Hello, YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Watch us react to Teen Kills Mom After Being Misgendered by EWU Bodycam. Original video is down in the description. Please go and support the original creator of this video so we can continue to have good and new content to react to in the future. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
The footage has never been seen before until now.
Ooh.
Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just after midnight on July 7th, 2024, dispatchers in Palm Bay, Florida answer a desperate call to 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency? Hello?
I see more weird shit on body cam, crash videos. Anything goes in that frickin' state. It's crazy. Yeah, like this does not surprise me one bit. This is in Florida, not one bit.
Okay, okay, what's going on?
Oh, yeah. So, basically, I was home alone, and this guy, he broke into the house. I grabbed the phone, so I...
Do you know who the man is?
No, I don't know who it was.
Is he still in there?
I don't think so. I waited. I hid in my room for
That'd be a good video.
a really long time. I don't even...
That'd be a good video of the Florida man. Not just any Florida man, the Florida man riding an alligator.
know how long it's been.
The caller, later identified as 16-year-old Julia Grace Egler, explains that the intruder broke in through the sliding glass door in the back of the house.
I don't think the...
Are we saying the two victims, one is their mom and a burglar? I'm curious if this is just like a case of, and I'm saying this up front, this is a case of, let's take advantage of this opportunity. Like, someone's breaking in. This is my chance. I've been wanting to, you know what, my mom, and this is my chance. And then she had to get rid of the other guy too. Like, this is crazy. Because, well, she said she doesn't know who the other person is, that they're a burglar. You're right. I wonder if maybe it is someone that she knows, either parent, friend, something like that, that she may end up, the cops may end up finding out that she does know.
The door was locked, but I don't think he knew that there was a hammer by the back window.
Was it your hammer, or did they bring it?
I'm wondering, yeah, I'm doing too much wondering. I wonder if this person planted crap like this all over the house in planning to eventually do what they did to their mom. Yeah, exactly. And like that burglar's coming in, it's like, dude, this is not what I signed up for. You know, I'd be like backing out the door trying to get the hell out.
With them?
It was just the house hammer. It was just by the back. I think they thought the sound. They grabbed it and broke in the window.
They broke the window with a hammer that you already had in your yard?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just came for your recycling, lady. I'm not here as an accomplice to murder. Come on.
With the glass.
Okay, take a deep breath. You haven't heard them in a while, right?
So,
Was there only one person that you saw?
that I saw, yeah, there was one person.
Okay, and where are you in the house right now?
I'm just in the living room.
Okay, we already have help on the way, so just take a deep breath, okay? Did they try to make contact with you?
No, because I brought... The only thing I was able to grab in time were the dogs, because I wanted them with me. Because I didn't want whoever it was to kill them, obviously.
Is there anyone else at home with you?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Expecting anyone to come home?
My mom and her boyfriend were out getting, they were buying a bed frame for her bed, so they were out buying stuff, and it's just me home alone.
Okay, so she was alone. Okay. So her mom and her boyfriend, you know.
Oh man, I know this is really scary. But your mom and her boyfriend should be on their way home?
No,
Okay. Take a deep breath. We have officers that are going to be coming into the area really soon. And I'm going to stay on the phone with you just in case, okay?
Okay, so this is her story, okay? A burglar broke in. I hid in the back room, and then my mom and her boyfriend came home, and the burglar killed both of them and left. That's what I'm thinking her story is. Really, there was no burglar. She probably killed both of them, is my guess. And there probably was no burglar. She staged a break-in and then called the cops. That's what I'm going to say now. They probably had already left, come back, and if the cops do their due diligence and check where they went to buy stuff, they'll probably be able to find timestamps of them buying or not buying stuff or on cameras. I guarantee that's what her story is going to be. Is I guarantee the two people that are dead are her mom and her boyfriend, and she's going to blame it on a fictitious, not real burglar.
With officers on their way, the dispatcher takes steps to ensure the home is safe for them to enter. But a simple question changes everything in an instant.
Do you still have your dogs with you?
They're just still in my room. I didn't let them out because I didn't want them getting blood all over their paws.
Right. Well, did you say blood all over their paws?
Yeah, because...
He hasn't even told them that they're dead yet.
Is there blood inside your house?
Yes.
Whose blood is it? Is it your blood or is it the person who broke in blood? Are you injured?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're fine?
No,
so
I'm fine.
it's the person who broke in. It's their blood? Where is it at?
No, I don't know if it's their blood or not, but I don't think it's theirs. It's my mom. From what I heard when I was hiding in my room, I couldn't warn her. It's all my fault. If I had been able to grab the phone, then...
No, nothing is your fault. If someone broke into your house, nothing is your fault. Now, I just want to confirm, do you know if anyone is hurt at your house?
Officers with the Palm Bay Police Department arrive and greet Julia at the door, seemingly unaware of the grim scene waiting on the other side.
Hello. How you doing? What's going on? Why is there blood?
Because they're...
Huh?
Or did she just keep doing that? Because they're dead. Who? And she doesn't say. Maybe.
What? You okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding?
No.
Who's bleeding?
I'm
Come outside. Come outside. Come outside.
She said blood because she talked about the dogs walking through the blood. As soon as she reported blood to dispatch, someone from dispatch should have contacted the police officers and said she's reporting that there's blood inside the house, so be aware. So they're not surprised too.
What is going on? Why is that door smashed?
Someone came in.
252, can we have medical respond? We have blood on the floor.
Who's bleeding? Where's your mom? Stay here. Stay here. Hey. I got. It was 10:33. Somebody stay out here with her. Have a seat. You ready? I got doors to the right. Got a body.
You okay?
I don't know. I mean, physically, I guess, but...
I wonder how many hours.
Please help me.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Julia's mother, 38-year-old Kelly McCullum, and Kelly's boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Zenort, are found inside, both appearing to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds. A large chef's knife with presumed blood on the blade sits on the bathroom counter, consistent with the multiple stab wounds on Matthew's body. Both victims are beyond any hope of saving.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
So he's in the bathroom, stabbed and shot, and she's in somewhere else, shot.
If you just grab the phone in time? Are you hurt anyway?
No.
Was there any arguments or anything tonight?
Between who?
With
Okay,
me?
so,
If you need to throw up, okay?
Don't.
Nobody's gonna judge you for that, right?
For that.
There's-
Absolutely not.
There's absolutely
Hey, so.
no judgment here. Just love, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's sobbing. I should have said I love you more. She knows her mom's dead already. She said that they got into a fight.
How much time do you think she spent practicing how to cry on command for this and to be convincing? How many nights or quiet moments by herself do you think she practiced crying? A long time, right? That's what I think too. Like, this was, I think this was something long time planning. It was a long time in planning. This whole thing. I don't think this was spur of the moment. I think she planned it thoroughly, set everything up, including the attempted break-in, and exactly when to call the police as well. Throwing that out there now.
Tonight.
Nicole's talking to her, so I'll just calm her down a bit.
Let's hope.
Julia is moved farther down the driveway, kept out of earshot as officers discuss the details with a sergeant who has just arrived on scene.
You do have a cute puppy.
Shell casings in there.
Oh,
And
Matthew.
also a butcher knife in there.
Okay.
Outside the back door, there's an axe with a sledgehammer.
Okay.
Where he busted the door in.
Okay.
There's shells, not spent, but there's rounds outside the back door, which look like the same ones that are in the bathroom.
Okay.
There's like 3 or 4 empty shell casings in the bathroom.
Okay.
The sergeant relays this information to an arriving detective, along with a harrowing theory.
Shell casings are by him. Looks like murder suicide. You can see where he busted in through the screen door in the back.
Yeah, some axe back there on the floor.
Okay, so according to her story, her mom and her boyfriend went to the store to buy a bed frame and some other stuff, right? Why would he be coming back mad trying to break in to a house that they're both living in? What like that? I know that's what the crime scene looks like, but that already doesn't match up with her story at all.
They're in the.
Juvenile living? Yeah, she's the daughter.
She's the daughter.
Female. Not the male.
Was Julia's original
I
name
don't know.
Justin?
And there is
Maybe?
history of DV.
Yeah, I guess
Between
there's
the
history
two.
out here.
Just curious, when was our last call out here? I can go check the history.
We had a signal in
I'll
here
ask.
a couple weeks ago.
Oh, so maybe they were
116
like
by
3
the mom
months
and the
earlier,
boyfriend.
on April 8th, 2024,
Okay.
officers had been called to the home for a domestic dispute between Kelly and Julia. Footage obtained from this incident reveals
Okay, so that DV wasn't even the boyfriend and the mom. It was the mom and the daughter. They're putting these pieces like this, thinking he broke in and there's domestic violence, but they're saying this was Julia. Okay, wait. To the home for domestic dispute between Kelly, the mom, and Julia. Those two are the ones fighting. Yeah. But the way the cops are making it sound in the beginning was that he broke in. It looks like he broke in, right? Matt. Oh, yeah. And there's domestic violence that have been here too. But this points out the domestic violence call they got wasn't between Kelly and Matt. It was Kelly and Julia, not the boyfriend and the mom. Looking more and more sus without us even already going in knowing Julia's the one that did it. Facts are not adding up right here. You know, the evidence is not pointing. The evidence is very contradictory to A, her story, and B, the history of what's been going on at the house, according to the police as well.
for a domestic dispute between Kelly and Julia. Footage obtained from this incident reveals a troubling history between them.
So my daughter, I'm having a hard time with my teenage daughter.
Yep.
Really hard time. She's been Baker acted twice in the last month. She took theirs, and
What does that mean? I'm dumb. What does Baker active mean? The hell's that?
Baker acted twice in the last month. She took theirs.
That's a
And
lot.
would not give them back.
Twice in a
She said,
month?
No, she would not give them back. She started to drink. I have her
That's
phone. She's obsessed.
That's 1/5 of the whole month she spent in a psych ward. 20% of the month for 2 3-day stints. 20% of her whole month was spent in a psych ward because of this. All these things are starting to snowball into motive for Julia.
About, and
She's punished.
when she was drinking alcohol, I took the phone and she's like, give it back, give it back. And she barricades her room. Won't let me out of her room. I said, let me out of your room. On the thing, she grabs this off of me very fast, starts to run towards the door. I didn't want to touch her, so I grabbed the back of the hoodie. Again, he's a witness. I'll have like on film. I grabbed the hoodie and she fell on her butt. And she goes, you choked me, you choked me. And I said, I didn't mean to choke you. I'm sorry. I grabbed the hoodie because you were running out the door, didn't know where you're going with the cell phone.
Kelly explained that Julia went into the bathroom and locked the door. The officers went inside to ensure Julia's safety.
I'll remember.
We haven't made any kind of statements tonight wanting to hurt your mom, or I guess you guys got into an altercation. And were you drinking beer?
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think so.
They are crazy.
You don't think so?
No.
It's kind of yes or no.
No, it's a no. I'm just an ugly crier, so that's probably why my face looks red or whatever.
Well, no, she said that you, like, I guess, possibly grabbed a beer out of the fridge.
I think I just grabbed it to just be like, annoy her or something.
Look at me kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've done that.
After ensuring Julia was okay and unharmed, the officer expressed his concerns, bringing up another
That is such a sus looking picture of her. I'm just going to throw that out there too.
past incident.
We just don't want it to escalate to the point where we start making
She looks so much sweeter right there.
Statements or actions towards ourselves.
True, yeah,
or
no,
someone
that's
else,
true.
right? Because obviously that's when we get called. I mean, what happened last time that we came? You had to go to the hospital, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to police records, during the previous call, Julia was sent for a psychiatric evaluation after taking too much Tylenol.
If you're going through anything, I'd rather you talk than bottle it up. Because the moment you bottle it up, you're just going to keep piling stuff on, and it's just going to blow up, right? That's usually what happens. I don't want that to happen.
Talking about blowing up and the shuttle, the space shuttle. And he's talking about blowing up, and she's putting a hand lovingly on a little poster about frickin' the shuttle, you know, wanting to be part of the shuttle program. Just saying.
Gonna blow up, right? That's usually what happens. I want that to happen.
I'm not even going to say
But
it.
now, 3 months later, a full-blown
they're not
tragedy has
comparable.
just taken place, and detectives must work to figure out exactly what happened. Julia explains to a detective that it was still light outside when an intruder came to the back door.
The intruder
After
was
seeing
her.
him, Julia claims to have grabbed the 2 dogs and fled to the bedroom.
I was in my room and it was so loud. It was so loud. And then
What was loud?
it was so quiet. The silence. I heard.
What was loud?
She's
like
pouring it
yelling?
on.
No, I think I heard gunshots.
He is pouring it on.
Okay.
And when I heard those, I knew someone had died. I could feel it, you know? I don't know if that sounds stupid, but I just...
So how long ago did you hear these gunshots?
Like, hour-ish, maybe more. I couldn't tell how much time had passed. It just felt like so long. The silence was so loud.
What did you see when you came out?
Sitting there, just a bloody mess. And then her boyfriend. They came home and killed them.
Broccoli hair.
Who killed them?
I don't know. I had just been braver, faster. I should still be here right now.
The detective
I
learns
don't
that
think so.
Julia spoke with Kelly via text while she and Matthew were out of the house. But after reading this conversation, something clearly doesn't add up.
You guys are
Yeah.
having conversations, but you said it was light out when someone started breaking into the house.
Yeah, I told you stuff wasn't going to add
But
up.
these
Time.
text conversations are happening at 9:15 p.m.
I told you stuff wasn't going to add up with the story she came up with. The fact that she told them they were out of the house. that they were at a store buying stuff, and then they came home, and like they caught the robber there. No, Julia.
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was like sunset-ish. I don't know.
But the confusion doesn't end with Julia's unclear timeline. Inside the home, officers struggle to make sense of a crime scene that becomes more puzzling by the second.
So he must have been shooting as he came in. I think.
Exactly.
But the casings are in the bathroom.
Yeah, but there's a casing right, or there's a.
Right.
He could have picked the casings up. I think he was waiting for her. Her backpack's there, her shoes are off.
All right.
Like, she comes in, takes her shoes off, sets her backpack down. She's gonna have to be shot on that right-hand side. Walks in the door.
And then he comes out.
He's sitting over here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While there are multiple shell casings and unspent rounds of ammunition throughout the house, there's no sign of a gun anywhere.
Is there guns inside the home?
Yeah, there was.
There was? Where did it go?
I don't know.
How do you know it's not there anymore?
I don't know.
So I threw it in the swamp behind my house.
I went into my mom's room and before I called 911 because I wanted to see if he was still here or not.
Okay, this isn't adding up either. I'm going to throw this out here now. That she was in her room with her dogs. She didn't come out until she was on the phone with the police, that she was back there with the dogs the whole time, right? I could be wrong, but I think that's what she said. She's getting mixed up with her own story here, and like timelines aren't adding up either, and kind of inconsistencies are starting to show up in her story.
Okay, exactly. What did you do when you were in
the dogs were not in her mom's room. They were in her room, and she said she was with the dogs the whole time.
Your mom's room.
She has this lockbox where she kept a lot of my things. So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive. And I could see in the holster where the gun was, it was empty.
Along with the gun, Julia claims several boxes of ammunition were also missing from Kelly's room.
Okay, so this is where her inconsistencies are going to come and start to butt heads with the investigators. The investigators are convinced that Matt is the one that killed her mom, right? If Matt's the one that killed her, where's the gun? He would have gone into the lockbox, gotten the gun, so he would have had to come in long enough before she did, right? This whole thing doesn't add up because the investigators think Matt broke in, right? Matt broke in. He must have either stolen the gun before he broke in, already had it and planned to kill them, but yet he was at the store minutes earlier with her mom. Matt was shot and stabbed. So who the hell shot and stabbed Matt? According to her, it was the burglar, but according to the cops, Matt's the one that looks like he's the one that broke in. The cops are thinking there's not a third person that's a burglar. That first and foremost, they think there's only two people. And then Julia, okay? They think there's her mom, Matt, and Julia. That's it. That the investigators inside. Her story is there's a fourth person, which is the burglar. Like this, none of this makes sense if the evidence is saying Matt broke in according to the officers. Her story is there's a burglar, right? I just think she didn't do a good job of staging the burglary. And with the gun gone and Matt stabbed, it puts into question what the officers found, that Matt's the one that did it, but it looks like Matt's the one that did it, according to the evidence. But he's telling a whole different story, that there's another burglar, that there is a burglar that did it. Because even her own text messages put Matt with her mom at a store a little while before this happened. But she didn't hide the casings because they were there, but the gun is nowhere to be found. And like I said, according to the police, the evidence, if Matt did it, the gun would be there. But then again, who the hell shot Matt and stabbed Matt? If the mom looked like she was shot where she was and Matt was already there and he had killed her, who then stabbed Matt and who shot Matt? Definitely not a professional hitman. He doesn't do that, right? So we know it's not a professional person who did it. A burglar who is surprised might do it if they actually brought a weapon, but we know there is no burglar. Between the casings and the slugs, they can if they get the gun, they can trace it back to the gun because of the markings that the barrel puts on it, right? The ballistics report. And what are they going to do if they find her DNA on the bullets? Well, she is saying, well, you know, it's my mom's gun and the gun's gone. I can't wait to see how this all blows up in her face.
The detective steps away momentarily, asking an officer to give Julia a pat down.
You're not in trouble or anything, but this is just for everybody. Nothing on you that's going to poke, stick, or stab me on. Are these your AirPods?
Afterward, the detective calls the officer away from Julia.
I'm sorry, you're asking a question.
No.
Something actually like photos or anything? Mm-hmm. Don't ask me questions. It's pretty sure.
Rather than confront Julia outright, the detective continues asking questions, searching for anything.
They all, at this point, they already have decided that they think she did it.
Else that might confirm her suspicions.
Did you touch your mom?
I don't think so, no. I didn't want to touch their bodies. They were on the ground and stuff, and I didn't know if it would make things worse. I didn't know what it would do.
What do you mean by make things worse?
Well, I didn't know if it would hurt, or if I don't know, put her through more pain by moving her. And I don't know.
Okay, was she breathing when you saw her?
I don't think so.
I don't
Did
think
you
so
check
either.
to see if she had a pulse or anything like that?
I didn't touch her, so no, but I didn't hear her breathing, and there was a big pool of blood, so I just assumed, I guess.
So you just what?
Assumed, I guess.
Okay. Is that, you did the same thing with Matthew? Assumed?
They were all bloody. I didn't want to get blood all over my hands, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like if I did anything, it would make it worse.
Still, blood seems to have transferred onto Julia's shoes, as bloody footprints are discovered throughout the house.
Is this you guys?
No, that was not us, because we did not step in any blood.
These look like Converse. Yeah, those are, I think, daughter's shoes.
And the gun, have you ever touched the gun?
A long time ago, my mom had me train with it in case someone broke in.
So you're familiar with guns and how they work, how they shoot?
Gunpowder residue, like we talked about yesterday. It's going to be on her if she fired the gun. I think she thought she'd be okay by saying she touched it a long time ago to cover for her fingerprints.
Okay. Well, I know it's a lot for you to process. I know it's a lot going on right now for you. Obviously, we're going to do our absolute best to figure out what happened here. Because, you know, it's your mom, right? So we want justice for your mom and her boyfriend, figure out who did this and why. Is anybody come to mind?
Besides you?
My mom told me once that they were really into drugs and stuff. I don't know if it was someone who had some kind of grudge and came after them.
Really, Julia? Really?
Or because this is just me thinking out loud.
Yeah.
But they didn't really seem like they wanted me in particular. It was because if you think about it, I know that there were some dogs and stuff barking, and you don't want to go into a room with a pit bull in it. That's obviously a dumb thing to do.
Do you think they knew you were there?
Well, I think they saw me, but I don't think they... I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to... I was mostly focusing on getting my dogs and me out of trouble, right? Because...
Or they misaffirmed.
Had them for years, and love them with all my heart.
So why do you think it is that he didn't come after you?
The dogs.
By Julia's account, the killer smashed through the unlocked sliding glass door, took Kelly's gun and ammunition from her bed.
I like how the narrator says, smash through the unlocked glass door. Like, if it's unlocked, why the hell would you smash through it, really?
Room, waited for Kelly and Matthew to return home, shot them both, and fled, all while leaving behind a potential witness.
So is this not a burglary anymore and a planned assassination attempt or a planned murder? Like, this has even changed even more. Like, he was sitting there lying in waiting, according to this story. He broke in and just sat there and waited for him to come home, and then oh my gosh.
Who could have identified him. It's a tall tale, but whether there's truth to any of it remains to be seen. For now, the detective leaves Julia in the company of an officer who keeps a watchful eye.
It's like I'm in a bad dream, but I can't wake up.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm sorry.
When I wake up,
completely fed up with what was going on, right? And just did this, and then everything that came after it was just a improvised plan, or it was one of the worst planned cover-ups by her trying to cover up what happened that I've seen in a long time. I don't know which one yet.
tomorrow, my mom's to say good morning, honey. Did you sleep? I'm going to jail.
Why would you go to jail?
Can't put me anywhere else.
It's not what happens.
While a search warrant is secured for the residence, Julia is taken to the police station and left in the care of 2 officers.
Wow, what a night. It's been busy. Sorry to kind of like add
busy.
more to your plate. Why are you apologizing? I don't know. Well, I get that a lot. I guess I just have a habit of doing it. Yeah.
Oh no, wait, did you get the lady over there in Malibu earlier? That's where I was at. Somebody got hit by a car. Was it you? Okay. You apologized, so I figured I'd ask.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad. Wait, it was you?
See, they were like, they clipped that to make it sound like she was admitting to like killing them, but.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm the criminal here.
An officer then collects Julia's shoes, giving the teenager a pair of booties and a snack.
She's all
My
what?
mom loves these.
No, loved. Past tense, Julia. You,
I'm sorry, Lynn.
By morning, Julia is still waiting for detectives to begin questioning. Officers assigned to Julia's care deliver breakfast and put on a popular anime called Death Note. The show centers on a teenager with a supernatural notebook that allows
W anime choice. Dude, W anime choice.
its user to kill anyone whose name is written in it, as long as they know the person's face.
Yep. A good anime.
Finally, detectives bring Julia into the interrogation room, where the truth of what happened to Kelly and Matthew will soon come to light. But first, they address something new they've learned about Julia.
I was informed that you like to go by Jasper. Is that accurate? Because I don't want to, Yeah. And what are your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking?
It is kind of a weirdly shaped room, isn't it?
So obviously it's been a couple of hours. You've been with us. I got to read you this thing. Your rights first, and then we can go through everything with you and figure out what's going on.
In Florida, juveniles have the same Miranda rights as adults, and courts have ruled that a parent does not have to be present before police questioning.
Well, her parent can't be present. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
After reading the Miranda warnings, the 16-year-old agrees to answer questions. Very quickly, investigators learn that Kelly and Julia had an argument just one day before the murders took place.
Do you know what the argument is a reference?
I think I wanted to go to like the party or something, and she didn't remind me about it, and I was mad at her for just going without me. I think something along those lines.
But you wanted to go out and have a good time too. It was like a birthday party?
Or? I think so, something like that.
So she comes home
with him,
and you wake up, and you guys get into a little bit of a disagreement. You're expressing your frustrations, rightfully so. You wanted to go to this party. And she's expressing her frustrations back. What is she saying back to you?
Just this back and forth of, I did tell you, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Yes.
So what came of that?
I think she took my iPod and my phone, but before she left again, she gave it back. So I'd be able to text her.
According to Julia, when the devices were confiscated, Kelly would put them in the lockbox in her bedroom.
So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive.
Before they continue, Julia asked to use the restroom. They take the opportunity to collect the teenagers' clothing for evidence, trading them for a jumpsuit. When questioning resumes, they press more about the ongoing disputes with Kelly.
Well, me and her would have
that
a lot of
clothing is
arguments
going to be
about
tested
things,
for
especially
gunshot
over
residue.
like me being trans. So she'd be like, "You're not a real boy," and blah blah blah, and all the whole spiel of transphobic stuff.
Okay.
But
She doesn't approve of your lifestyle she doesn't approve of that.
would you say she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
Kelly's Facebook page is filled with photos that suggest they once shared a close bond. In a video Kelly posted in February of 2020, affectionately captioned, "My Julia," the preteen proudly speaks in support of Kelly's business.
My name is Julia, and I want to tell you about...
Seriously.
If you want to learn more, go to my mom's website.
But as the interrogation continues, it becomes clear the relationship between them had deeply fractured following Julia's decision to transition.
Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring to you as Julia?
And like, actually kind of being like, this is going to be kind of vulgar, but she'd be like, "Oh, you have breasts and a vagina and blood," and all that, all that kind of shoving it in my face. And I'd yell back, "I know, you don't think I know that?" Because obviously it's kind of painful, because she would always say that, "Oh, they're dumb and stupid like that. No, it's not real. Even if you get the surgeries, it's not real," and things like that.
Is that something you guys had discussed, getting surgeries and whatnot?
A lot, yeah. And she'd be like, "Oh, I don't want you to sew on a fake like that."
3 months earlier, during the domestic dispute call, Kelly discussed this ongoing conflict with police.
Basically, the kids get into now, this whole trans, it's so bad. Yeah. And I'm totally against it. But I still was kind. I was like, if you want to think you're a boy, you can think that. But you're my daughter, you're Julia, and you're just not going to talk about it then.
As for Matthew, Julia says they never discussed it. So this was never a point of contention between them.
It was enough of a point of contention that you stabbed him when you didn't stab your mom, and you shot and stabbed him. Something wasn't right there.
Me and him didn't really talk a lot as a thing. We're kind of peaceful, but
coexisting.
Coexisting, that's the word. We weren't friends, but we weren't necessarily enemies either. It's kind of just whatever.
He's just a couple years older than you, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
No, I didn't like it. I mean, I don't really support their relationship is the thing, so I think that's the only kind of tension that there was between us, because it would always be kind of awkward when it was just me and him in the house, because we wouldn't say to each other. Yeah. Because it's kind of like, I don't really want you here, and it was kind of obvious because I didn't support the relationship at all.
With potential motives uncovered, investigators still must work to unravel a tangled story filled with many contradictions, unanswered questions, and disturbing clues.
So circling back to the argument that you had today, she takes the iPod away and the phone. She ends up giving it back before she leaves. Where is she going? Or they, rather.
They went to go get a bed frame for her bed because she got tired of it being on the floor.
Julia claims Kelly and Matthew left together around 7 or 8 p.m., and shortly after is when the alleged intruder made his appearance.
So what do you hear next after that?
Well, I hide, and then I'm just sitting there hiding, and the dogs are barking,
the alleged intruder.
And then I hear the glass shatter and come in, so I knew that it's probably him coming in.
But hours earlier, an officer waiting with Julia made a crucial observation, raising the possibility that someone else may have broken the glass door.
What happened to your hand?
Just an old scar.
Did you get into an accident or something?
One day I'd come home from doing whatever I was doing,
Really?
and I forgot my key, and
Mom wasn't home, so I just broke my window and got in.
You punched the window? Was there rocks or anything outside?
Not that I could find, but it's not like it's like hurting or anything. It's just still recovering, I guess.
According to police records, the glass from the backsliding door was found on top of Julia's bloody footprints, as well as Kelly's leg and Matthew's cell phone, meaning the glass had been shattered after the murders took place. Though the detectives are aware of this fact, they allow Julia to continue the story.
After a while, when he's walking around, I can hear him like doing something, and then there's like a lot of like banging, and I hear like wood cracking and stuff. I think he kicked down the door to my mom's room.
Julia says nearly an hour passed with the intruder in the house before Kelly and Matthew arrived home.
How did you know it was them walking through the door?
I don't know, I guess I just assumed, because I think I heard their voices, or kind of, I couldn't say, like, tell what they were saying, but it sounded like them, so I assumed it was them. And that's when I heard the loud, like, banging that I assumed was, like, gunshots or something, and yelling.
Who was yelling?
I think Matthew was yelling.
And what was he yelling?
I think it was something along the lines of like stop or something.
Have you heard gunshots before?
Yeah.
And did it sound like gunshots to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many gunshots do you think you heard?
Like 5, 6-ish maybe.
But once again, Julia shared something with the officer in the lobby that suggests the 16-year-old was much closer to the gunshots.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's up in my ears, kind of messing with me.
Did you get hit in the ear or something lately?
Some things happened and some loud gunshots, so yeah, I think that's what's making this ring.
Really,
Hopefully I
Julia?
don't have tinnitus now.
Yeah.
Julia slash Jasper.
How close were you to the gunshots?
I was in a different room, but it was still loud enough.
Must have been a pretty big gun then.
Yeah, I know.
Really, it was just.
Yeah, no. Okay, that doesn't add
They
up.
took the one that was in my mom's room. That'd be 100% sure, but I think.
And she's just like, she's just punching more and more holes in her own story.
I don't remember, but it was like a handgun, and on the standard of handguns, it was pretty small, like smaller than that one.
Okay.
Kelly's .38 special revolver was found in the backyard, just
Of course it
underneath
was.
Julia's bedroom window. Julia again explains that more than an hour passed before it felt safe enough to emerge from the bedroom.
When I actually came out, the first thing I saw was blood on the ground.
You actually like just
outside your bedroom door?
Like.
Okay. Then what did you see next?
You didn't go to much trouble to try to hide it, did she?
I looked to the left, and that's when I saw Matthew on the ground.
Did it look like he was breathing when you looked into the bathroom, Matt?
I think I could
It
hear
wasn't
him
until I stabbed him
faintly.
a half dozen
He's,
times.
like, gurgling.
Okay.
Despite signs that Matthew may have still been alive, Julia didn't call for an ambulance.
And I
You stabbed him some
remember
more.
at some point I went in my mom's room and saw that the door
Yeah, I
had been,
know.
like,
And there's no way a 38 is going to cause hearing impairment from another room. No possible way.
kind of looked like it had been like busted in. Well, again, I was checking to see if anything had been stolen when I saw the lockbox where I assumed my mom kept most of my devices when she took them, and you know, again, devices are expensive.
Such as?
Like my iPod or my phone that my dad had shut off, things like that.
Okay, so you saw those in there, so they hadn't been stolen.
Mm-mm.
Are these your AirPods?
And that gun that your mom has, the one that was missing, have you ever touched that gun before?
That's what I used to get trained for my gun certificate.
With Julia's account conflicting with evidence found at the scene, investigators confront the teenager directly.
To be quite honest with you, we don't believe that this is how this happened, okay? All right. We've looked over this crime scene, and there's things.
You're full of shit, Julia.
In this crime scene that's not adding up with what you're saying, okay? Because I don't believe the story about someone coming into the house. We looked at your surveillance camera, okay? We don't see nobody coming through that back door.
Okay, Julia was born a girl. She's always been a girl. She wants to transition to be Jasper. Sorry, not Justine. Jasper. She wants to transition. She feels like she's always felt like she was a guy. That's because she's trying to prepare herself. She wants to actually transition. So she was trying to convince her mom to pay for the operation to be transitioned and stuff like that. And her mom was vehemently against doing that. She's like, you can think of yourself as whatever you want, but you'll always be Justine, a girl to me. Basically kind of telling her, if you want to pay for an operation, you got to find a way to pay for it yourself. But yeah, she would rather be a guy, and she wants to transition to be a guy. So that's where the whole misgendering thing happened, is she wants to be thought of as a guy before her transition, but her mom keeps calling her Julia, and even sometimes her or she.
We see your parents coming home through the front door. We see bloody footprints inside the dining room area in front of the rear sliding glass door underneath the glass. That blood should be on top of the glass. I'm gonna ask you straight up, okay? Are you the reason why did you hurt your parents today, your mom and Matthew? And if you did, was there a reason why you had to do it?
Theoretically speaking, let's say.
Oh my gosh. Really, theoretically speaking, or hypothetically, if my friend, we're not doing hypotheticals here, you're in a, okay.
That it was, theoretically speaking, let's say that it was me, right? What?
Theoretically.
So Jasper, we're going to be honest with you. It's not really theoretical at this point. Everything he just stated to you is telling us that something happened.
It's not theoretical. We know it's you, Julia.
Julia tries to argue that there are blind spots on their security cameras, and an intruder could have simply avoided them. But the detective reminds Julia that an intruder would have had to know where those blind spots were ahead of time, something that is very unlikely in their experience.
Now, you was just about to say, what if it was you that did this?
I'm saying theoretically.
Yes. Okay.
Theoretically what?
What?
You said that get it off your chest and whatever, but it's like, that's not how that works. It's...
Yeah, of course, of course, it's not going to go away that quick. It's not. But you gives us a reason, because other people are going to look at this interview, and they're going to want to know: is this a monster over here, or is this somebody who made a terrible mistake? Did you shoot your mom and Matthew today?
Well, you're basically saying that I did. So do you even need my answer?
Yes.
While the remainder of Julia's interview was redacted, the detectives provided a detailed summary of the chilling confession that followed. Julia admitted to breaking into Kelly's bedroom while she was gone, obtaining the revolver and ammunition. The teenager then waited in the kitchen for...
How did she have access to the safe where the gun was? If I had a history with my child, a violent one, where I was putting them away under basically suicide watch, and I thought that they were violent, even if I feared for their safety being left home alone, there's no way in hell I would let them have access to my firearm. Not a chance on this green earth would I do that.
Kelly and Matthew to arrive home, with a gun in one hand and a knife hidden in a pants pocket. When they walked through the front door at 10:34 p.m., Julia told them, "Welcome home." Julia confessed to shooting and killing Kelly before turning the gun on Matthew, who pleaded for the teen to stop. Julia then followed Matthew into the bathroom where he retreated, stabbing him multiple times after running out of ammunition. Finally, Julia reloaded the revolver and shot Matthew one more time in the head, ultimately killing him. Julia then shattered the sliding glass door and tossed the gun outside near the bedroom window in an attempt to stage the crime scene as a break-in, and called 911 roughly 90 minutes later. Julia admitted,
I still want to know if this was totally pre-planned or not. Did she plan all this a lot more ahead of time, or was this just something where she had reached a breaking point, they were gone, and she's like, you know what, I'm done. This is my first, this is an opportunity I have. I want to know if it was planned before that day, and if so, how long?
to reaching a breaking point over Kelly's lack of support for the teen's transition and Julia's lack of support for Kelly's relationship with 22-year-old Matthew. According to court documents on August 6, 2024, Julia Egler was indicted on 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm and was held without bond. Julia Egler entered a written plea of not guilty, and the case is ongoing. A public statement released by the Florida State's Attorney's Office confirms that Julia will be prosecuted as an adult, adding that the teenager is not eligible to receive the death penalty by law.